Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into a fundamental concept in trigonometry and geometry, the radian. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of what a radian is and how to convert between radians and degrees. Let's get started. So what exactly is a radian? A radian is a unit used to measure angles. It's defined as the angle made at the center of a circle by an arc whose length is equal to the radius of the circle. To put it simply, if you take the radius of a circle and lay it along the circumference to create a sector, the angle that is created at the center is 1 radian, which is approximately equal to 57.3 degrees. Now let's talk about converting radians to degrees. We know that 2 pi radians is equal to 360 degrees. So to convert radians to degrees, we use the formula degrees is equal to radians times 180 divided by pi. Similarly, to convert degrees to radians, we use the formula radians is equal to degrees times pi divided by 180. Alright, let's put this into practice with a few examples. So in this first example, we're going to convert the following angles from degrees to radians. So let's start with 0 degrees here. So we can take 0 degrees, and we use our formula, which is pi radians divided by 180 degrees. And the degrees cancel out here, and we're left just with 0 times pi radians, which is just going to be 0 radians. Now for 90 degrees, we're just going to do 90 times pi divided by 180, and we're going to get 90 pi divided by 180, and this is going to be equal to 1 divided by 2 pi, or just pi over 2 radians. Now for 180 degrees, again, just the same process. 180 degrees times pi radians divided by 180 degrees. This one's kind of easy, right? Just because we can cancel out the 180s there, and we're just left with pi radians. And then for 360 degrees, we're just going to do 360 degrees times pi radians divided by 180 degrees, and we'll end up with 360 pi divided by 180. And this is just going to be equal to 2 pi radians. And this makes sense, right? Because remember, 2 pi radians is equal to 360 degrees. So in the second example here, we're going to convert 5 pi over 6 radians to degrees. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but feel free to pause the video at any time to solve any of these problems here. So to start off here, we have 5 pi over 6 radians. And then to convert from radians to degrees, we're going to multiply by 180 degrees over pi radians. And this is just so we can cancel out those radians, and we're left with an answer in degrees. So 5 pi times 180, that's going to be equal to 900 pi. And then 6 times pi, which is going to be the denominator here, it's just going to be equal to 6 pi. So then what we're going to do here is we're just going to cancel out those pi's, and then we're left with 900 divided by 6, which is 150. So we'll have 150 degrees as our answer here. So in this third example here, we are going to convert 2 pi over 5 radians to degrees. And we are going to do this in basically the same way we did the previous problem. So we have 2 pi over 5 radians, and we are going to multiply this by 180 degrees over pi radians. So the radians cancel out here, and then we're going to get 360 pi divided by 5 pi. The pi's are going to cancel out, and then 360 divided by 5 is just equal to 72 degrees. And that's our final answer. So in this last problem here, we are going to convert from 345 degrees to radians. So let's start just with 345 degrees. And then we are going to multiply by pi radians divided by 180 degrees. And we do this just so the degrees cancel out there. And then we're left with 345 times pi, which is 345 pi. And remember, there's like an invisible 1 here. 345 divided by 1 is equal to 345. So 1 times 180 is divided by 180. And then just simplifying this, we're going to divide both sides by 15. And I'm going to get 23 pi divided by 12 radians as my final answer here. So as always, my email and my link for one-on-one tutoring is in the video description, and thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions in either the comments section or by emailing me, and I'll do my best to answer those as quickly as possible.